Hello everybody, this is Ryan Colt, Campus Minister at Hilltoppers for Christ. Hope you guys are doing well. We only have a couple more weeks left in the semester, a couple more weeks of regular classes and then finals week. I know that online classes are tough and all y'all are in my thoughts and prayers trying to get through school with in these abnormal times. I know this is a stressful time of the semester. Anytime, even whenever classes are in person and it's just kind of a typical semester, this is a stressful time. And I know that particularly because of COVID-19, there is a lot of extra stress and anxiety. And just want to let you know that we're praying for you. And if you need anything at all, just let us know. And just know that this is a stressful time. So if you are stressed, you are anxious, you are definitely not alone in that. But just try to remember to try to finish strong. And finish well as we wrap up another semester. Today is our weekly series through the Gospel of Mark. And so today we're going to be in Mark chapter 14. So if you have your Bibles, go ahead and grab them. We're going to be starting in verse 12 and we're going to look through verses 26. So Mark chapter 14, starting in verse 12. Just want to say a couple of other things. Please join us tonight. If you're an HFC student, join us tonight in our Zoom call. We'll have some information sent out about that in our group meeting as well as the remind texts as well. So please join that. It's a great time of encouragement, of reflection, of prayer, of fellowship. And so just highly encourage you to check that out if you haven't. So if you need anything at all, please let me know. Be willing to serve you, talk with you, pray with you, whatever you need. Mark chapter 14, starting in verse 12 is where we're going to be. So a while back, I had the privilege of being a groomsman in one of my best friends in the whole world in his wedding. And it was a huge honor, and I loved to do that. And I don't know if any of you have ever been like a groomsman or bridesmaid in the wedding, but typically what happens, the wedding is a lot of times one day, the day before it is the rehearsal dinner and the wedding rehearsal. And so we were, that's sometimes some of the most fun times is actually during the rehearsal. And after the rehearsal, we spent a lot of time at the church building. Then we went back to the bride's house and spent some time with the family there. But then after all that, we spent some time on the back porch. It was me and a handful of my friends and the groom-to-be. Again, was one of my best friends in the world. And you know what we did it seemed like for hours? We just told stories about like back whenever we were in college and stuff. And, we made fun of each other, say, haha, do you remember this time you did that or this? And so we just had so many laughs. And it was just one of the best nights I've had in a long time. And you know what we were doing? We were remembering. That night, it was the day before the best day of his life. We just sat around a bunch of old friends and we just told stories about what we had experienced. You know what? We had all been a part of that, right? It's not like we forgot some of the experiences that we had, but there's just something about coming together with some old friends and just remembering some of the things that you've experienced in the past. So some of y'all are like this. Maybe you're in college, but then whenever you go home and then you hang out with some of your high school friends, you swap stories about different classes you may have taken or different parties you went to in high school or sports teams that you were involved in. You and your friends, you just kind of share these experiences. And the fact of the matter is, it's not that you necessarily forgot it, and it's not like you're telling this. There's just something really cool and compelling about telling fun stories, sharing good memories with one another. As humans, we love to look back and remember. As humans, we love to look back and remember at the good times, the bad times. Sometimes it's just a really good thing that all humans do is reflect on the good old times, to reflect back to the past. And everything. So humans, we love to remember, we long to remember. And then I think we can all have shared experiences of times whenever we're with old friends or family members and we just look back and remember. And sometimes that's just as much fun as sometimes experiencing that as well. So in today's passage we're going to look at in Mark chapter 14,